Welcome to Mix Only to Immortal. My name is Happy, I am a Valorant coach, and in this video I'm gonna break down all of the plays that are currently getting me to Immortal. Enjoy. Okay, so number one rule, we stay with our teammates and try to fight with them. I'm staying here in case I need to destroy like a fade reveal, maybe some killjoy mollies. Because Neon stuns, I know he's about to do something crazy. Now this Neon pushes in and it's definitely a gamble for him to try and do something. I'm not gonna push through because that's way too big of a commitment. However, I'm not backing up. Most lower ranked players especially will miss this play. You can actually spam enemies based on the minimap. Because Neon is pushing in, he can see exactly where the enemies are standing, and I can try to hit them through the smoke while looking at the minimap. Neon ends up getting 2, I might have gotten some damage through the smoke, and now we have to play retake 3 on 3. Not a terrible situation since we have a chamber lurking and we still have CT and waterfall saved. I can see that my jet is about to start retaking, so I drop the default smoke, which lets us clear angles one by one. One more reason why the smoke is good is if you have someone who's lurking in this particular case chamber, he can still put some pressure on the enemies and I'm not blocking his vision. And this is super instructional if your mix. Clearing smokes and tight spaces with your stun is super efficient. We get to the spike and I know that Omen's still in main, so if I can delay for long enough, he will basically have no chance to defuse. You never want to commit and swing into this Omen in this position ever. Mix was stolen, so we have to work with other characters. As we can see, they're about to push B and I spot this jet. I go for the stun, and because I have a judge, I want to take a close range fight, so I go and reposition on site. Jet's nowhere to be found, so we make sure that there's no one in the cubby and we don't commit on this fight here. We just kind of wait, jiggle and fight with our team. Real quick, if you want a game sense just like mine or want to get coached with me one-on-one, you can join the link down in the description. The first 3 people who will join the premium version of the group will be coached with me one-on-one, and you can also join the free version of the group as well to find like-minded peers and friends to play with. Okay, so we get onto site with Mix. We planned kind of open because the smoke's dropped. I didn't want to plant too open on CT. There's a guy waiting for me. Because KO has cleared so much of the space in waterfall, I'm able to take this weird position and then I go for the stun. Now, CT is a tight space, and when you drop the stun, you can either see if they're stunned or they're gonna try to break it. So either way, they're gonna be distracted. So as long as you don't push too far, you should be fine every single time. And then you hear me yap a little bit because we peeked into an operator 3 times without anything and we didn't learn. Here's proof. Actually crazy. Like we can go for a flash, we can go for a jump spot from Neon. We can do anything. I'm just gonna peek into an operator because this time is going to be different. Speaking of different, here's some different gameplay from Neon. We go for the stun to stun anyone who's on site, and then we wall the choke point so we don't get shot from the back. The most important thing here is that we get the first kill for free, and after that we can go ahead and fight the rest of the team. And because you have all of this hype, you can start doing crazy stuff. And let's not forget the slide that we still have in our pocket. Try to see if you can spot what's wrong in this clip. Isn't that crazy how like Neon has a stun, a slide, smokes, and he has an ability where he can b-hop like crazy, and he decides to push through the smallest choke point with operator in hand while shifting? Okay, let's stop yapping, let's win some games. I always spam this tree line, especially when I'm alone. It only costs 15 bullets and sometimes there's an enemy hiding there. I throw the stun in case someone wants to peek me. I stun the backside because we want to clear backside. We kill the fade. The reason I'm so confident in peeking here is because Killjoy just killed our anchor on A main, and the second enemy that she is aware of is the KO that Fade is fighting with. So most likely she is not going to be looking at me. Most good players will always stay near the fight and help their teammates if needed. And this is the most important part. We pop the ult and I instantly go around him. The reason this is the strongest way of playing after ulting is because it takes you one jiggle from behind the enemy, and if he's not looking at you, you just peek him again and get a free kill. Here's a clip for you to release the tension after the last match. Oh my gosh. Have a look. What the fuck? And it's not even planted for heaven. There's two heaven, it's not planted for heaven. It's to heaven, and it's not planted. So here we have a 2v3. We know that Reyna is heaven, and Sky is somewhere middle. We see that there's only 13 seconds, so one of the best plays that you can do is reposition yourself onto the side, creating this crossfire with you and Reyna, and completely not allowing the enemies to plant, even if they got onto site in time. Here's a clip of me not caring. I've noticed that they only peek from the right side and never from water, so I just go and do weird stuff. And this stun is super important because I noticed that this mix was locked in and he was gonna one-tap me, but after I stun and slide, there's nothing he can do. Here we go back to mix. As always, we end up pushing on the side before our duelist, and then one of the best things to take back side is jumping on top of this little ledge you can see me here do, and try to trade your teammates. Now I'm 1 HP, so I have to take this headshot angle, which I successfully do after stunning the enemy with my stun. Now it's a 2v1 situation, and Tejo reveals that he is hookah. Or so we thought. While I was planting, I did realize it was a possibility, so that's why I reacted so fast. Chamber has ult, I'm 1 HP, I have to kind of play safe. I want you to listen carefully. Breaking this down is actually kind of funny because it's one of those I know that you know that I know that you know that I know situations. Tejo knows that I was the one to plant, so I want to reposition to make myself useful again. So I start running, but at my last step I noticed he also made a step, which means that if I can hear him, he can hear me. So then I make one more step towards elbow to fully sell the fake. And he buys it. But this is not over. I'm 1 HP and my chamber has ult. So I let him peek first. And I'm ready to take the headshot angle again in case chamber dies. You fell for it, bro. I was about to go crazy on this Reyna, stun her, slide her, shorty her. But then my teammate said,
I'm gonna knife you, I'm gonna knife you.
Let's get him his knife kill. Always be nice to your teammates, guys. Let them stab their victims. So this next round begins as every single standard round. We shoot the Tejo drone, we spam a little bit, what's going on, and then BAM! Fatal comes in, Tejo bombs come in, I have to get back. Now, the boost was wasted. The ult arguably was wasted, but that's not what we're here for. I know that they have lamps, and their Waylay likes to play shotgun, so I immediately ask my Sky for a dog. Sky, can you dog? I say. Sky, can you dog hookah? And Sky does dog hookah, so I'm immediately following that shit. Now, this could be a shotgun, so we have to jiggle the first one. I go for the stun on this Tejo because he just tried to stun me. But I miss. There's nothing there. And now it's a 2v1. I try to quickly get a timing and peek from another angle. I take my chances, nothing there. I go for the shotgun because this is an advantageous position for a shotgun. I'm also low HP. Both of them TP, and now we're in a 1v2 retake situation.
Spike planted.
I clear every single corner. Tejo tried to take a timing on me. And this is the final missing information. The C's came from the left side, and that's all I need to know. But she is CT. She must have thrown it through the window to catch a faster timing. However, that doesn't change my plan. I don't panic until he's in the smoke.
Push up.
All I have is a dash, and one guy's lamps, one guy's on the spike. I know they're trying to create a crossfire, and the guy who's defusing shouldn't be aware of this play. But this guy isn't even defusing, so we're good. 3v4 situation. We don't have any space at all. The spike's halfway because of the big fake they threw, so I go for what I can do best. Smoke the spike and hope that somebody walks into the smoke to try and kill me. Now I'm aware that this Tejo had a timing, but he got hit by a bullet which slowed him down, which allowed me to completely stick the spike and win the round out of nowhere. And with that, we pop ourselves to Ascendant 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, smash the like button, share, and smash the notification bell. You have to know when the new videos are coming. Also, if you didn't like the video, comment down why you didn't like the video. As always, click the link in the description below to join the group of like-minded people who also want to improve in Valorant. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.